For decades, audiences around the world admired her beauty, her elegance, and the powerful performances that made her one of cinema's most iconic stars. But behind the glamour and applause, there was a quiet heartbreak that remained hidden for years. Now, at 90 years old, Sophia Loren has reflected on a deeply personal chapter of her life, one that few people ever truly understood. A story not just about fame, but about love, sacrifice, and the pain that sometimes follows even the brightest success. To understand that hidden chapter, we have to travel back to Italy during a difficult time in history. Sophia Loren was born Sophia Villani Ciccolone in 1934 in Rome, but she grew up in the war-torn town of Pozzuoli near Naples. Her childhood was shaped by poverty and uncertainty during the years of World War II. Food was scarce, bombings were frequent, and survival often depended on resilience. As a young girl, Loren was shy and thin, often teased by classmates. Yet her mother believed her daughter possessed something extraordinary. Encouraged to pursue opportunities beyond their small town, Loren entered beauty contests as a teenager. Those early competitions opened the door to the Italian film industry. Small roles soon followed, and by the early 1950s, she began attracting attention from producers who saw both star power and determination in the young actress. But her true breakthrough came when she began working with Italian producer Carlo Ponti. Ponti recognized Loren's talent almost immediately. Under his guidance, she developed into one of Italy's most compelling actresses, starring in films that showcased both emotional depth and striking presence. International fame soon followed. Throughout the late 1950s and 1960s, Loren starred in acclaimed films like Two Women, a performance that earned her an Academy Award and made history as one of the first Oscars awarded for a foreign-language role. Suddenly, Sophia Loren was no longer just an Italian star. She had become a global icon. But behind that success was a complicated personal story. Her relationship with Carlo Ponti, both professional and deeply personal, became one of the most talked-about partnerships in European cinema. Yet their love faced enormous challenges. At the time they fell in love, Ponti was already married. Italian law and social pressures created a storm of controversy around their relationship. According to reports from that era, the couple faced legal battles, criticism in the media, and years of uncertainty before they could officially marry. Those who worked around them often described Loren's loyalty during those difficult years. Despite fame and opportunities in Hollywood, she remained deeply connected to Ponti, standing beside him while they navigated intense public scrutiny. Many believe those years of tension left an emotional mark. While Loren's career flourished, working alongside stars like Cary Grant and Marlon Brando, her personal life remained closely guarded. In interviews decades later, she hinted that balancing global fame with private struggles was far more difficult than it appeared. One particularly emotional chapter came in the years when Loren longed to start a family. According to her own recollections, she experienced painful miscarriages before finally becoming a mother. Those losses were moments she rarely spoke about publicly, yet they deeply affected her life. Eventually, Loren and Ponti built the family she had always hoped for, raising two sons while maintaining a career that spanned continents. But when Ponti passed away in 2007, Loren faced another quiet heartbreak, the loss of the man who had shaped so much of her journey. Looking back today, she has spoken about that love not with regret, but with gratitude. Because despite the challenges, the controversies, and the heartbreaks, it was also a story of devotion that lasted a lifetime. Sophia Loren's legacy now stretches across generations of film history. Her performances helped define an era of cinema, while her personal story reminds us that behind every legend is a life filled with struggles the public rarely sees. And perhaps that's the deeper truth hidden behind her remarkable career. Even the brightest stars carry shadows that the world may never fully understand. If you enjoyed this cinematic story about one of Hollywood's most legendary actresses, share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more untold stories from the golden age of cinema.